31 years ago, the Cuban regime committed one of the most heinous crimes that a government can commit. It attacked a boat with 71 people on board, including 10 children, and it massacred those 10 children and 27 adults out of the 67 that were on board. They were merely trying to leave Cuba to come to freedom, and the regime didn't want that because it makes it look bad. So because of a political reason, they decided to murder human beings. We, the Democracy Movement, then with the Democracia boat, decided that we were going to go on the first anniversary to the Cuban waters where the boat was sunken, to remind the world of the impunity of that act, and that's what we did. On July 13, 1995, we approached the Cuban waters with 13 boats and one lead vessel named Democracia, Democracy, and we stopped, and then we entered with the Democracia into Cuban waters peacefully with flowers in our hands to go to the place 8 miles out in the ocean where the boat was sunken by the regime a year before. The Organization of American States and the Organization of the United Nations and other international venues had condemned the atrocity committed by the regime, and there was a resolution that the government should bring out the boat to return the bodies that were trapped in the hold of the vessel to the families. They never did that, of course. They never have done it 31 years after. But we went there to remind the world that continued to be impune. Instead of doing what they should have done, they decided to attack our peaceful protest. We carried with us women, journalists, of relatives of those murdered, and they attacked us. They damaged the boat, and they also injured several people on board the vessel, including Pedro Reboredo, late Pedro Reboredo, who lost half of a foot in the process. After that, we continued to go every year that we were able to with a flotilla near Cuba to remind the world that massacre continued to not bring people to justice as they should have. Today, 31 years after, still the regime commits crimes against the Cuban people, incarcerates young people, young women, young men, divides families, and threaten and spread hate to other countries and to other people. So today our struggle continues until our country is free. I hope that the day will come in which that will change, and I call for every human being today to pray to God with us for the souls of those murdered by the regime, for the peace in the hearts of the families who lost their loved ones, including Jorge Garcia, late Jorge Garcia, who lost 14 members of his family in that murder. And we also ask for the people to pray with us for the day in which that dictatorship will end and there will be freedom in Cuba, so that we can all build that big building of the democracy where we, the Cubans, will be able to live with all our ideals and with all our rights in our homeland.
Thank you.